in the United Methodist Church, Reverend KEdmondson, as well as Minister Hughes from Gordon Memorial United Methodist Church. And of course, Minister Hughes, I think we promised during the second commercial break that we'd give you an opportunity to talk about some of the worship experiences within the church during this annual renewal activity.
We are bringing together voices across the conference, and we'll be sharing in the worship celebration on the evening that Bishop King will be delivering the message. In addition, we're working with an intergenerational group of persons who will be sharing in dance across across the conference. And we're hoping that this will be an opportunity actually for us to springboard into an ongoing ministry, both with the voices as well as with the dancers, to continue to enrich the worship experience that we have, especially related to BMCR events in the annual conference. It allows us to reemphasize many of I think some of the core values of the organization of the caucus, and that is the mentoring, the cross-generational links between persons from children to our seniors, and that remains a key part of how we function as a community. Growing up, we were a community of people in our own neighborhoods, but especially in our churches. That family collegial fellowship time together allowed us to be able to learn more about our heritage, what our responsibilities are to perpetuate the leadership and the foundation laid by those who went before us. And I think Black Methodist for Church Renewal gives us an opportunity to do that. The training focuses on communications needs of our churches, the leadership development needs, spiritual formation, and helps us be able to provide educational resources, worship resources, and experiences that say to our young people, we are unique, we are valued for that uniqueness, we have a variety of gifts, and this particular type setting gives us an opportunity not only to demonstrate the value of our unique gifts, but to bring persons together who have different worship experiences. And so I'm excited about the opportunity to serve in this capacity.
I would imagine, Reverend Edmondson, that this whole activity has increased the awareness of the conference, the general conference, in reference to this. I think, as she indicated earlier, that some of the worship experiences of the African American church are generally a part of the conference. And I thought, as she talked about that, of the efforts made by your own church and some of the things that we've read in the newspaper and et cetera, in terms of bringing that kind of music into the general conference and et cetera. Why don't you speak to that as an activity? I think that, your church is known really for that kind of activity.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Haney. Gordon Memorial has a reputation for having a very strong worship and music experience under the leadership of Barbara Thomas, who has celebrated 50 years in music ministry. We have been able to provide a repertoire that's inclusive of anthems, spirituals, gospel music, contemporary music, and been able to blend that so that not only are our young people singing gospel music, but our children are even singing classical pieces like Ave Maria, etc. And because of that experience, we've been able to share it with the greater church. I'm pleased that several years ago, our chancel choir sang at the opening of Africa University. And we did that with the blending of voices from the Zimbabwe annual conference and from 4 other churches from the continental U.S. who were part of that celebration. But it's situations like that where we have been able to not only broaden our own musical horizon, but to share that heritage with others. We've been very active in the Tennessee annual conference and in other jurisdictional settings where we've been able to demonstrate culturally who we are as a people, but also demonstrate the variety, and that's been a blessing of gifts.
You know, we've got about 5 minutes, Reverend Edmondson, and this, I think, will give you an opportunity, you and Minister Hughes, an opportunity to talk about what you might consider some of the issues that will probably be on the agenda of this organization and things connected with